In today's episode, we're going to talk about spiritual awakening with Josh Bickers. We're here with Josh Bickers. How was your personal awakening?
So I used to deliver papers for the Cincinnati Enquirer. So every night, 7 days a week, I was out throwing newspapers. And during that time, I always had owls flying like in front of my car, landing on posts right next to me. And I felt like there was this greater sense of something's there. So in that moment, I started to kind of pay attention to things. And one night I was driving and I finished a water bottle, and I was like, I used to just throw garbage out of the window, I guess that's the way I was raised. So I went to throw my water bottle out of the window, and I felt this voice, or I felt this someone else is watching you and I shouldn't do it. So I did it anyway. And then the next night I finished the water bottle and I went to do it again, and I felt that same thing. So I decided not to do it. And but the day after I did do it, after I felt like I shouldn't, things weren't flowing good. I felt like I was almost being like punished, but not in like a negative way, but just things weren't flowing that great. So at that time was when I started to realize that there is something else out there. So then I went to fast forward like 5 years down the road. I went to work one day and I was sitting there and I had this overwhelming thought that I needed to learn something. And I was telling my friend, I was like, I just feel like I need to learn something. And I have no clue what that something is. So I eventually I just Googled the word knowledge, and I started to watch tons of videos on different things, such as like how the earth was made or how there were aliens on Earth, like all kinds of stuff. And I was like, this just isn't what I'm looking for. And then I came to meditation. So I went home that day. I told my wife, and I was an electrician at the time. So I was just a regular old guy. And I was like, there's a God or something up there. I don't know what it is. And I told her that I'm going to go meditate. And she was like, what, meditate? And I was like, I'm going to meditate. So I went into the room and I just closed my eyes and I just kind of looked into the nothingness. And as I did, I saw this fiery phoenix, I thought it was a dragon at the time. It was a phoenix, but this fiery dragon reversed just a little bit. When I was at work that day before the meditation, I told my friend I was going to go home and meditate, and he was like, that sounds kind of cool. I might do it too. And I was like, do it, man, and let's see like how we feel afterwards. So
that's super cool.
It was. So I did my meditation.
Let me quote this in here.
Yes.
The importance of being present and like the surroundings, because you said to someone that like you were totally clueless about like what the outcome will be, and you mentioned this to somebody else around you and you find support.
Yes.
That's very important.
Well, I think support through it, and that's going to come up in just a second of just how important support really is, because
Please,
without it,
continue, sorry.
You're not. No, that's a great point, and it just ties in. So basically, I saw this fiery dragon. Thought it was a dragon, but it was a phoenix. I saw this vision of my hand was out like this. There were 3 other arms and hands coming down and grabbing my hand. And I was like in this small room, and there was like a crystal ball on the table and like some tarot cards. And I didn't even know what any of that was. I knew what the crystal ball was. Didn't know what tarot cards were, but like you felt like this real spiritual, psychic kind of place. And they were kind of laughing. They were like, stay with us, stay with us. And then I was like, whoa. And I kind of came to and was like, what the hell was that? So at that point, I was like, all right, that was crazy. I'm not going to tell anybody because they're going to think I'm crazy, but that was awesome. I can't wait to meditate tomorrow. So went home, meditated, forgot all about my friend meditating. So fast forward to that Friday, we went to our friend's house where we would drink and hang out, and that was just what we did at the time. And we were outside and we were looking at the stars, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you I was meditating. He was like, no, dude, I want to tell you. He said, when I meditated, he said, I saw this like fiery dragon or something like that. And I was like,
wait, what?
Hold on. I was like, I saw a fiery dragon. So at that time, we both had the opportunity to awaken and mold our lives into whatever we want. And he went the conspiracy theory route, which is like being angry about what's happening in life and stuff like that. And I went the let's try to do something about it kind of thing. So by spreading love and positivity. So anyway, I eventually went home and I told my wife, I was like, all right, look, so you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm seeing these visions because a bunch of other visions were happening and stuff, and things were happening in meditation that I couldn't explain. So I said, I'm seeing these visions. I'm seeing these colors swirling when I close my eyes. I saw these three girls. I was seeing a dragon. And she said, I don't think you're crazy. She said, I believe everything that you're saying because I know you. I know you're a regular, normal, sane person. She said, but I can tell you that I can't do anything to help you because I know nothing about that. She said, so I would recommend reaching out and trying to find support somewhere. So I went on to Google and I typed in spiritual forums or something like that. And I came across a place called like Spiritual Forums. Posted in there, told them my experiences, and there was a lot of people that were saying that I was having a seizure or that there were neurons flashing in my head. And I was like, no, but it was very discouraging because I was like, that's not what it is. I know it's something more, but is that ultimately what it's going to be? I had these crazy experiences and I'm going to fall into believing that it was just some kind of neurons flashing or something. And then I'm going to quit and then it's going to be the end of it. And then I got a private message from a lady who had like an angel as her picture. And she said, I just want you to know that everything that you're experiencing is 100% true. And, then she went into detail with stuff and she said, your spirit guides are telling me to help you. And I help like one person a year and blah, blah, blah. So for me, I'm like, all right, when's she going to ask for the $400 for the,
Yeah.
So anyway, fast forward, she helped me for many, many years to understand what was happening to me for free. She lives in New Zealand and she is one of the most amazing people I've ever met when it comes to just giving her time and her knowledge away. She's a Reiki therapist, a Reiki master, color therapist, and a whole bunch of other things. And she helped me out. She taught me Reiki. She helped me understand the visions I was seeing, the things I was experiencing. And then lastly, what I will just say is I went through what I now teach is the chakra bonding course. And she said, I'm going to channel a program for you to help you open up, to help you with understanding what's going on. So she came back the next day and she said, I have this program where you're going to go through each chakra and you're going to bond with it for a week. And I was like, okay, I don't even know what a chakra is at this point. So I'm like, whatever. So I started doing it and it started to feel like I was living in a fairy tale. Everything started going so amazing and effortlessly. Everything was happening amazing. And it was just awesome. So then now fast forward to now, I now teach that chakra bonding course, which
That's how we met.
We
met on a Reiki session. But
and then you came and you did the chakra bonding course, and it's just one of those things where someone asked me to teach them because they wanted to open a wellness center, but they wanted to know about the spiritual aspect of things. They said, what can you teach us to open us up and help us understand the spiritual side of things? Because we're going to be like, the physical health and wellness, but we also want to know about spiritual. And I look back on my life and I said, what is the one thing that changed my life? And it was literally the chakra bonding course. So I started teaching it. So lastly, the support aspect. I do think that anybody that is going through any kind of awakening or has any kind of draw or urge to move into this side of things or to learn more about it, I think that you should reach out and get support. And there's so many free places that you can go. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on sessions. There's many places such as my center and many centers around the world that offer free meetups or free meditations, and you can go and talk to like-minded people. One place that changed my life was a spiritualist church. They welcome all kinds of everything there. And I went there, we would do our thing, which was just like saying a prayer, and then there would be a talk, and then we would talk afterwards. But those talks afterwards and the support was just super important in my journey. And I always say that without having support, you're going to just get confused and you're going to either quit doing what you're led to do, or you're going to just go mad trying to figure out everything on your own.
Beautiful words. How, where are we right now? What is this? This is your center.
Right now we're at the Center for Healing and Integration, and this is a center that I have around 11 practitioners that are here, everything from Reiki masters, crystal surgery, massage therapists, sage smoke readers, just everything. We have a lot going on here. This has been a dream of mine. I am right now I am doing private sessions for people. So if you're in Cincinnati area, you can feel free to contact for private sessions. But also, it's just, this center is a place that I'm trying to build up, and I want to expand. I want to make other centers, and I want to help heal the communities around, and that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I do also are we wrapping it up right now?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I just want to make sure. Yeah. So I have a chakra bonding course that I just put online, and this course is a course where you can tap into your chakras, your energy, your intuition, and really start to get your life on track. And 90% of the time, by like week 3 or 4, people's lives are starting to shift, starting to change. And the online version, I do it in person. I've always done it in person, but now I have it online. And the online actually goes into more detail than the in-person. But the difference is the in-person, we're in person.
You got to get the experience, like the personal.
We do. And I don't like on the modules, the class, it's in modules. And on those, I'm breaking each individual thing down. Like, here's how to tap into your inner child. Here's how to tap into your spirit guides. And then we go into, here's what we're going to do for this chakra this week. Whereas when we come in here, we talk, and wherever it leads, it leads. So I am teaching you about your intuition. I'm teaching you how to utilize everything. When we come in here and do healing on each other, I'm teaching you how to do healing. I'm teaching you how to tap into your intuition. And it's just priceless being able to come in and have me to bounce it off of. But worldwide now, you can do this class online. So, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it to be in the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been awesome,
good.
and I always love talking with you.
Thank you. Until the next episode.
Yes, sir.
See you.
My name is Patricio. Thank you so much for watching this awesome interview with my friend Josh Beekers. I would like to hear your comments about this or your story about your awakening. Please like and subscribe to watch more of this type of material. And remember, if you don't do the change, nobody will do it for you.